Excitement's jumping, everybody's waiting till the fruits are stumping, juices are swelling, secrets unfurling. Come on and mix it up, let the rhythm take you. Drop them flavors, shake them up, grab your muds, it's time to fill up. Inhale the beat, exhale the groove. Mixing notes like flavors flowing. U.K.E-liquid mix show, stirring anticipation growing. The vibe is pumping, the crowd's awaiting. Sound synthesized like liquids combinating. Drop them flavors, shake them up, grab your mods, it's
Let's get ready for the U.K.E-liquid Mixing Show. Are you ready? I said, are you ready? Ready? Let's go. In a world of vape, where flavors collide, we gather round with mixtures we can't hide. YouTube's our stage, where the magic unfolds. Welcome to the show, where the flavors behold. Mixing and vaping are in full line. The clouds we create, we can't deny. From strawberry delight to a caramel dream.
Welcome to the U.K.E-liquid Mixing Show. It is a Wednesday night. It's time to talk a little bit of mixing and things. Sorry I didn't put the show up. I totally forgot, to be fair. And then I've had Tim saying, is the show on tonight? Is it on tonight and that? And so that's probably why Tim and Cassie are here. Because they thought we were an hour before. They didn't know what times had gone back and I didn't put a show up. So, yeah, so you just stuck with us. They might jump in a bit, but they might have found other things to do at the moment. So they might have just thought, fuck it. There's no show up. So it is my fault. Do you know what I mean? But blame me for not putting one up. So if you are in chat, have a look at the top and see if you're in Twat chat. If you're in Twat chat, swap it over to live chat and you'll keep up with everything you are doing. Yeah. So who you got on tonight? You got myself, Benny Vapes. We've got our own mixing guru, which is Graham Net Reality. And we've got our own mixing detective, which is Liam Sherlock Holmes. Welcome. Welcome one and all. If you are new to mixing and you do need to know anything, just drop it in chat. If you are stuck with a recipe or anything. If you want to beat the budget, because we're all doomed. We are literally all fucking doomed now. We are all doomed. It's not a fucking joke. We are doomed. Because it's going to cost you an absolute fortune for a 100ml bottle of e-liquid. So yeah, so be prepared for that. So tax hike, £2.20 on a 10ml. Of e-liquid, not nicotine, on e-liquid.
Oh, on
so
liquid.
It
Say
says,
liquid. It says liquid.
On liquid, yes. So that's not on nicotine, it's on liquid. So that means on every fucking thing. So if you get an 100ml bottle, it works out like you're paying 22 quid tax.
£22.60 on a 100ml short fill.
Yes. So yeah. So be prepared.
I think
so
I have to change my business plan.
Yeah.
Looking behind him.
Yeah. So don't be thinking you're going to get any free fucking nicotine shots, because you're not.
But I mean, those candle aromas behind you smell absolutely delicious, though, Graham.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the word of, oh, I think I'll have to pivot.
Yeah. No one will be biffing now, will they? They'll be saying, fuck it, give me it. Let me have it. So yeah, so now's the time. If you have thought about mixing, it's definitely time to start getting into it. At least you'll be prepared. At least you'll have practiced your art, and by the time the tax does come in, then you will be know how to do everything. So yes, so do start stockpiling your e-liquids. So go over to Vape Gems and buy everything.
The heavy vapors the most, isn't it?
To be fair, it's not just every vapor. It's going to hit everybody, isn't it? Really? Do you know what I mean? Any vapor that vapes is going to get.
No, the 10 mil going from 4 to £6 something doesn't feel as a bigger hit than going from £12 to
Yeah,
30.
to £30, yeah. But I did say
No,
this before.
£41. That's it.
We did used to pay £30 for a bottle of liquid, didn't you? You did.
Yeah,
used to
but
pay
I never
25
used to
quid.
pay that.
No, but
I
this
never
is
used
why.
to pay that because I wasn't vaping back then.
Yeah, but
so I haven't got that anchor.
But that was the import. That was generally the imported stuff, though, from the States that you'd actually be paying a premium for normally.
No, Dinner Lady were fucking 20 quid. A 30ml bottle of Dinner Lady with 20 quid.
See, the expensive ones I always saw were just always the US imports.
No, no, Dinner Lady were 20 quid. 100%.
It makes you feel like the one shots are the way to go.
It is. That's if you are mixing, you can get one shots. If you are wanting to get into it, and that is going to be because they do release a lot of the flavours in one shot somewhere, and I think that you'll see more of that creeping in. I do think you'll see more of that.
30ml one
creeping
shot is only £7 tax.
So, yeah, I was going to say this liquid thing. Is it just on finished liquids, or
They
is it
haven't said.
liquid in total?
in. It just says liquid.
Yeah, because if it's
Hey, okay, been long time no see, all right, mate.
if you can get if you'll be able to get away with it on the not short fills on the concentrate on the one shots, then there obviously wouldn't be any tax on those.
Well, the thing is, it like say if I got like short one shots in, and then I sold PG and VG on the same site, and it's a vape site, that will be taxed.
No,
Yeah,
I
because
don't think it will. I don't think it will because it says liquid. It doesn't say. It says vape liquid. So I'm guessing it's the full vaping stuff.
Yeah,
And
so ready to
not
vape.
PG.
It also depends on when they tax it. If
Yeah.
they're taxing it on the manufacturer, which they will normally do, then pass it up, it's going to be the PG and VG is going to be taxed in it anyway. So it'll only be the 30ml.
Yeah, it'll be
You
taxed.
can just bugger off somewhere else and buy the PG and VG on Amazon.
Yeah. So what it's going to be taxed on by the looks of it is the same as cigarettes are. So you do the 20% tax, but then you're going to be a standalone tax. It hasn't got. That's what they're saying. So at the moment we only get 20% tax, don't we, on e-liquids? You just normal run of the mill tax.
VAT,
so,
yeah.
It's your VAT. So you don't get a standalone tax. So that's why they're bringing in a standalone tax to do it on there. So it's only going to be for your ready mixed products. It's not going to be for your concentrates. It's not going to be for your PGVG. It's going to be something that's ready to vape.
Yeah,
I think it will be on the end product. If the end product means you can vape it, that will be taxable. But they've got to keep it as simple as possible.
Yeah, they don't know. This is what I read John Dunn saying it because he's saying, "Oh, I'm disappointed" and all this. Like, well, you haven't done your fucking job, mate, have you? Really?
Yeah,
pal.
But
for fuck's
Well,
sake.
he has. He's eliminated all this stuff that his client, all the people on UK don't sell, and concentrated on the high nicotine that they do sell to keep them addicted for all of the members of UK
I'm more interested though. I know it's going to be expensive, but I'm more interested in whether what the reasoning is behind putting the tax on. Is it because now they're getting a lot less from the tobacco because
yes,
more people are vaping, so they're trying to recoup, or are they
Yes.
trying to price people out of the market?
No, she said that.
I didn't see that. I didn't see it.
So the statement is that she's not taxed it a load because they wanted to make it a cheaper alternative to smoking. So they want people still to transition over from smoking to vaping. So
But
this
they
is
want
why.
to tax it out the reach of the kids.
Yes, basically, and they want to tax it so they get a cut on it. It was always going to be taxed.
So a 10ml juice bottle is now going to cost £7, the same price as a 2ml vape.
Yeah.
That's not pricing kids out. That's actually giving them better value for money.
I think what they're saying is that you're not. They want to tax it, don't they? They want to tax it. Whatever happens, they wanted to tax it. You know, so they was going to tax it anyway. That's what they was doing. They were going to tax it anyway. So they wanted to tax it. So what they've said is they haven't taxed it so high. They haven't done it per nicotine or percentage of nicotine. They've done it on a finished product and put, £2.20 on
It is better than the other system that they had.
Yeah, because I mean, a 3 milligram or an 18 milligram is going to cost you exactly the same if you're buying the same volume.
Yes, yes.
Which is fair. I mean, it's a lot fairer than other countries have done, or they were thinking about doing over here, where they were going to tax per nicotine level.
Yes.
But
So it does make it better.
You know what I was thinking when I was reading the articles and stuff like that? There you go. It means absolutely nothing. Vape will find a way.
Yes.
From what I've seen of this industry, vape will find a way.
Yeah, they will do, but what it'll be is when they're saying the finished product, you'll just get a concentrate in a bottle like they're doing now. This is where Nixa and that lot come in, because you'll probably pay the tax on that, the nicotine that's in there, the £2.20 on the 10ml bottle of nicotine shot, rather than on the short for the thingy.
£13.20 tax on Nixa.
Why?
Because it's the juice, the liquid in the bottle and the liquid additive.
Yeah, but the liquid in the bottle is only concentrate, isn't it?
It's for vaping. But
it doesn't say for vaping. It says a liquid. It says a liquid.
Trust me, you're living in cloud cuckoo land.
I know I'm living in cloud cuckoo land, but where it's mentioned is they haven't got the full.
They're raising tax now. HMRC's involved. That kind of argument won't no. HMRC.
So we'll see. They haven't speculated. They just said it's £2.20. That's what they said. There's going to be a £2.20 vape tax. They haven't laid out the details yet. They haven't done, and John Dunn says that they haven't laid out. He doesn't know what it is. He put a statement out.
We've got a long time.
Yeah, 2026, October 2026. Edgy scene. So you have got time to start looking at things, start getting yourself sorted out.
So does that mean that it might even change again by the next budget next year?
Yeah.
No, because I think once they've done it, if it isn't in, if it hasn't been, if it had been taxed now and came in, this October, then they could raise the tax again. You can't raise a tax on something that you've already taxed that you haven't taxed, I think. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but I'm wondering because it hasn't come in yet. They can always. I'm pretty sure they can always edit it and make amendments to it before it comes in.
Yeah, but what they've said, it's easy. It's easy to administrate. That you don't need too much administration with it and for filling and stuff like that. It's flat, done. There you go, simple.
There you go. Everybody getting £2.20 on a 10ml. That's it.
Yeah.
Everybody knows where they stand. There's none of this. If you got an 18 milligram, it was going to cost you £36 for a 10ml bottle. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. It's just £2.20. So everybody knows it's £2. That's what you're going to be taxed on per 10ml. So whatever they decide is the finished product or whatever, it's 10ml. You're going to get taxed £2.20 on 10ml. So yeah, so like I say, they might change it, but it hasn't come in yet. So
that's all right. I know where my extra. I know where my extra £1.70. I know where my extra £1.70 an hour is going.
Yeah, to your vape tax. So they're giving it in one hand and taking it off with other. Yeah, now they say taxation without representation. Throw tea off the pier. Anyway, what we'll do is we'll just say hello to everybody. Liam, do you want to just say hello to everybody while we're...
Hello, everybody. Right back over to you, Benny. Right. So, in chat tonight, we have John McClintock, John Vaping Joker, Barry Jones, Other Sean, Head GB, Arnie S, Stuart Valentine, all the way from Oz.
G'day.
I'm starting to wonder whether we should just call him the Wizard of Oz, to be honest.
Yeah.
Not that I'm sure he hasn't heard that before. We got another vape channel, Dusty Country Roads, Leedy, And I believe that is everybody.
It is for me. It's probably because, like I say, I didn't put it up, so people start getting notifications about 10 o'clock to say that we're live.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean?
I was confused when I started scrolling through YouTube to try and find the live show so I can pop out chat. But I didn't know whether it was because they've also revamped the front page and everything, haven't they? So I didn't know whether it was just hidden in amongst everything else.
No, it was me. I just forgot totally to put it up. It was only while I was getting a shower and I thought, oh, I've only got to go downstairs and press button. I thought, fuck, I didn't even put it on. Big Fletch has just put in.
Big Fletch.
What's the best blackcurrant concentrate? The Silverline blackcurrant is quite nice.
I love the silver lime, and it's used at a low percentage as well.
Yeah, Capella's Silver Lime is quite nice.
Yeah, Wonder Flavors blackcurrant is lovely as well.
It all depends what you want for the blackcurrant, of what you want to use it in as well. Do you know what I mean? That's
yeah.
So if you want a blackcurrant fruit pastel-y kind of thing, King, is it King?
It is.
Oh yeah, flavour that.
Yeah.
Yeah, King, but it's quite hard to get hold of that now. I've tried to look for a top up of that because that's one of the favourite ones I like to use.
I think I've got a 100ml bottle of that.
Speaking of flavour, you probably covered it last week, but I don't bother watching the show when I'm not on. No, I don't. I don't generally watch. I don't watch a lot of vape shows. No. I watch the ones I'm on, but
well, at least you're better than Graham. That's not even subscribed to my fucking channel.
I have to even typing in Benny Vapes every kind of Wednesday.
Flavour Craver was taken over, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So, like I said, you probably covered it last week, but they put an update on this week to say that I believe the website is actually up now for people to register.
All right. So do we know who's bought it then? Do we know who it's going to?
They identifying themselves as it's just their first name and Flavour Craver after it.
So what's the first name then?
It's Wayne and Kaylee, I believe. Flavour Craver. But it is staying in South Wales.
All right.
So it is being they are I think they're quite a small operation. Well, I think it's just a couple that are running it. So it hasn't been taken over by any of the big boys.
Right.
And Lewis and Carl seem to be quite happy with them, and they're helping them out and everything. But the looks like the site. I'm pretty sure they said the site is up and running, so people can go on and actually register their account. But I don't think you can order anything from them yet because they're still working on the. They was moving over from Shopify to a different
web server,
to a different commerce site, and the payment gateway is changing as well from what Lewis and
It
Carl
looks like
using.
they've set up the payment gateway already on it.
Are they going to be doing other concentrates then? Do you know anything about that? Are they just going to be doing chefs?
The site's up and running. They've got their original recipes on it.
Do you want to pop it up then?
I believe the question's been asked, but I don't think they've actually said that if they are or not.
So they're all going to be out of stock until they're ready. But on the front page, they've got please sign up for exclusive launch.
Yeah, so it's all the recipes are directly from given to them from Lewis and Carl. They've actually bought Lewis and Carl's flavor Bible off them. So they are the original chef's recipes that will be going up.
Are these chef recipes, the new ones, retro?
Yeah, So there may be some that are in that flavor book.
Oh no, they're all got new one because they've just been re-entered, so they'll have all new.
Yeah, there may be some that may be in that flavor book that they'll decide to release at some other point. Because I mean, Carl and Lewis were top-notch mixers. So I should imagine there's stuff in there that perhaps hasn't been published, but they said they've ordered all of the stuff. from that they needed to actually make these. Waiting for those to arrive. So it looks like they're going to be up and running in a couple of days' time.
All right, cool.
So just keep an eye.
So if you do want any concentrates, do go over to the new site, register. We want some of the original chef's flavours.
Yeah, so any fans of Rye-Hall and stuff like that, I should imagine you'll be able to buy it from Flavour Craver again soon.
Did you answer the lead question about the 72 milligram?
No, that's what we just like. It won't be. I wouldn't have thought that will be. That was from Lee D. No, I don't think. Even in our question for you, seeing as Nick's 72 is used for other reasons, that's the same. No, I don't think it will be, because you're already taxed on that. It's not nicotine that you're getting taxed on. It's the liquid.
One of the things they may do though is really tighten up that legislation on that again.
Yes, it could be. Yeah, it could be that you're not going to be able to buy the 72 unless you're a registered business. The idea of buying the 72 was brought in that you had to be a registered business to be able to buy 72 Nick. That's why all the sites suddenly stopped selling 72 nicotine. So if you I know that Juice Cabinet, you could register as any fucking person you wanted to be. You didn't have to prove you were a business. You just had to register as a business.
Yeah, and some of the other sites I bought off, it was just a little tick box to say, "Are you a business?" Yes.
So that's how they got away with it. Whereas Nickel, the one that we usually use, Nick and Ub, they didn't. They still carried on with it because
there's a vape wholesaler site which just goes, "Are you a business?" and I just tick yes. And go, "Are you going to ask me?" No, wholesale prices. Thank you very much. I'll order one of those, and that's it. Thank you. I'm just testing.
Yeah. I'm just chuckling at Stuart's comment. That's what I was chuckling in the middle of that 72 milligram. Nah, not a fucking wizard, just another twat from Oz.
Yeah. So I don't think 72 will be taxed. It's a business. You're supposed to be a business to buy it anyway. They already did that. It's just that we can get hold of it from places that we buy from, that everybody knows which it is. He's got 2 years and more room in the freezer.
I've got a litre in the freezer.
Yeah, I would say buy it. I would say when Black Friday comes up, because I will have a sale on Black Friday, I would say, and Christmas sales, I would say just put in a little bit of money away and start buying now.
Yeah,
put it in your freezer or put it in the dark cupboard.
I don't know whether it's worth going nuts like people were doing pre-TPD.
No.
But yeah, it's definitely worth stockpiling a little bit of it.
Yeah, I would definitely start looking at buying some. Same as your Nick shots. If you are a Nick shot user, start buying during next year. So you're ready. You've got a bit in. You've got stuff in.
I mean,
even if it's just enough to spread the cost when the tax comes in. But that's in 26 when you're redoing that.
Yeah, but
especially when I think it was Washington Vapes had a whole crate of Nick shots for like 25 quid or something. It was like 30 Nick shots for 25 quid.
Yeah.
There's stupid money.
Yeah, so it is just look around. Just like you say, you don't have to buy loads now. We're not saying we'll go out and fucking buy the shops and clear them all out and panic buy like toilet rolls. We're not saying that.
Don't get yourself.
If you kept panic buying those toilet rolls, you'd be saving over 100% on your toilet rolls.
Yeah,
but the toilet rolls are now.
Yeah, they have gone up the shop on the toilet rolls.
I mean, I suppose you could technically say you were a millionaire then as well if you got enough of them. I'm a millionaire, but only in toilet rolls.
Oh, yeah, true.
Tesco's 24 pack of 24 for £5.
Yeah, they have gone up. They have definitely gone up. Costco's gone up.
24 for a £5. That's absolutely brilliant.
Well, Costco's has gone up. Price of Costco's toilet roll's gone up.
They're normally about £9.
Everything's going up, Benny. Still, everything.
No. It's going to be worse now because of national insurance and tax going up.
My food shopping has slowly crept up. I used to be able to do a food shop for a week for like 3 people on about 65 quid. It's now crept up to like 110 quid.
Yeah.
And it's pretty much the same items.
Yeah. But you're going to drop off the luxuries, aren't you? That's what you're going to be, like you're not going to get the cream buns that you used to get, or you little bit. You might get a trifle and all like that. You're going to drop all them off because you're just not going to be able to afford them. Just buying normal food.
Sitting down and talking to the family and saying, "Look, pop is out. It's council pop only from now on."
Dilute and a soda stream. You can have a soda stream. That's it.
60p diet lemonade and some Ribena.
Yeah. Well, it won't be 60p. It won't be 60p anymore. It'll be £1, won't it? That'll have gone up.
Yeah.
That's what's going to happen. Is just go out and buy a soda stream.
Eventually you're going to be buying like a can of Coke or something. It's going to be about £4 or £5. And it's just going to be it's going to be a shot.
Have you? No, because you will be. Do you know why? Because they've put on they've up the sugar tax, haven't they?
Yeah, but if you buy the sugar free, that doesn't hit it, does it?
Or in it for drinks as well.
Yeah.
They focus in on drinks as well. So that's for the energy drinks. They're going to do that as well. We're going to be looked after.
The only one that's not is flavoured milk. You can buy flavoured milk. There's no tax on flavoured milk. So you can have your milkshakes. You're fine with that. It's fine. HBs, can I bulk buy Nick shots now and then sell them just under the full tax price after October 26? All the vape craze kids out there that cannot afford their nicotine. You probably could do, mate. Hey, free rally. You could do if you wanted to do that. You could walk around in a flash of Mac and go, "You want to buy some nicotine?"
Yeah, I was going to say, I'm going to stand on corners and just like, "Do you want to buy some cheesecake? 120 ml cheesecake."
Yeah.
Oh, you mean like the lucky men in Portugal and stuff?
Yeah. I'll have a suit, bit like Del Boy with suitcase market. So today we've got some nicotine shots going cheap. Sell by date was last year's San.
No income tax, no vape VAT.
Yeah.
I'm just going to a shocking vape gang arrested for selling cheesecake, for selling dessert flavors.
Yeah, we just smashed the vape ring. That was doing jellyfish.
20 bag of Nick shot, please.
Yeah.
Of relentless imagination.
All right, mate. Yeah, how long before we're all settling for peppery Nick? Yeah. We'll take whatever we can get. We're getting some tomatoes and squeezing them, trying to get nicotine out of it.
Rummaging through the bins behind the vape shop for the Nick that they throw it out.
Yeah, we'll be all there going, "Save your bottles." We'll be getting all, do you know, like you used to do with tabs when you run out of money, you take all brick alt tabs up to make a thing. So what you'd be doing is getting all little bottles, or there's a little dreg in there, putting it all in your 10ml to make a fucking Nick shot up. It's got some 18, it's got some fucking 6 in there, and it's got some Nick salt.
Yeah.
Yeah, special discount given for Nick shots and partially working carriage clocks when purchased together, yeah. Oh, dear.
You imagine you get to the point where you're like that, "I just need Nick. I'll take some 808.
Yeah, but it won't be. Thing is, you won't be able to do £1 Nick, will you? It'll be fucking £3.40 Nick.
Incoming hacks on YouTube with the flasks and everything, with the boiling away all the flavour from 8 vape to get the nicotine.
To separate the flavour just for the nicotine. Yeah, getting Nick for shotting Nicks. Yeah. We've got him, Sam. We've got him. We've got the kingpin. We could be like Breaking Bad, couldn't we? But yeah, so with, like I say, Big Flakes with the blackcurrant, look for that. That's, like I said, that's Silverline Scalded One flavours. So, but just depends on what you're wanting to do with it, mate. Just drop a message in there and say, "I want to make this with it," and we can sort of say which is going to be the best one, because they all taste nice, but they're for different recipes, aren't they? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just think this time on October 26th, we'll be millionaires, Sam. Yeah, people will be growing tobacco like cannabis. We'll have a tobacco farm. Instead of having a weed grow, we'll have a tobacco grow upstairs in loft. Could you get nick for? Does anybody know? Would you get nick for that if you did that?
But tobacco plants, yeah, I
Yes.
should imagine so, because
Would you
they're
really?
going to be regulated, aren't they? Tobacco plants. It's only going to be.
I don't know. I don't know if
yeah.
if it's legal to buy it to
No,
grow your own nicotine.
No, I should imagine it's going to be.
No, you didn't.
I should imagine it's legislated.
You didn't
Google
think he from the juice cabin need a license for tobacco?
To import it, you need a license to import it. Yeah,
What homegrown tobacco?
but I don't know about homegrown.
I've got a grow tent upstairs. Don't know what he's doing upstairs. Don't ask me why I've got a grow tent upstairs.
Hang on a minute.
Yeah,
Let me have a
don't
quick-
beans and toilet paper. Prep nicotine. Yeah.
But I
Let me have
really
a
should have been in when it got delivered to a neighbour. I live in a terraced house.
Yeah.
Explain this one.
Explain this.
Thank you.
Grill tent. Thanks. Yeah. It's tax evasion growing tobacco, apparently. But I don't know if it's illegal. You can't import. I know Les had to have a license to import it in from from America. Or wherever
It's
it is.
processing a drug, isn't it? So you would have to have a license to process a drug.
Right. Admittedly, this is only the first hit, so do not take this as gospel whatsoever. But yes, it is completely legal to grow your own tobacco as long as it is to be smoked by yourself.
Oh, there you go.
However,
So there you go.
The usual duty obligations still apply once your tobacco is in a form in which it can be smoked. There are laws that you must adhere to should you want to sell the tobacco you have grown. Tax on homegrown tobacco.
Just
duty is
give it away
calculated-
for happy times.
Yeah. Duty is calculated by the weight of the tobacco that is produced. The duty on tobacco products is set. There is duty to be paid for every kilo of rolling tobacco produced and every 1,000 cigarettes produced. It is your responsibility to volunteer this duty once you have processed your homegrown tobacco into a form in which it can be smoked.
So in other words, it's a bit like weed. You can grow it.
Yeah.
It's not illegal. But if you sell it, as long as you say it's for yourself, then you're fine.
No, I'm pretty sure weed is actually illegal to grow as well.
You can have one plant.
It's as soon as you process it.
Yeah.
That's when it becomes a
I
problem.
didn't even-
Any natural things that is like magic mushrooms are fine as they are, but as soon as you process it or do anything to it, like dry it out or anything like that, then they're bad.
No, but I thought with weed seed it was the seeds were legal to own, but as soon as you planted them, it became illegal.
Yeah, I don't know.
I thought you could grow poppies. Yeah,
Grow poppies.
But again, I mean, it's disappointing. As soon as we're just on that subject, it was disappointing that if they want to get tax, then I don't understand why they just don't legalize that and tax it. But
Yeah, they could do. Yeah, they could get some money back. Yeah.
That's for a different show.
They'll make a fortune.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah. He says once nicotine's banned, next man will come up with something different compound for it, like they did with spice.
Yeah.
Big Bob down the road's got some dodgy nicotine shots. Which I said, we need to be careful, mate. To be fair on a live, you're not too bad. If you suddenly see someone, every so often you'll see a Google bot jump in, which I've had before, that'll jump in and say something in the chat. Other than that, you're not too bad. You're not too bad.
It was those damn birds, wasn't it, Hedgie?
Yeah. Yeah. So, but we're not. This is for educational purposes. We're not condoning growing your own tobacco. We're not condoning growing your own weed. We're just saying, in hypothetical theory, we're just giving the information out there.
Yeah.
Well, like I said, that was the very first hit, so don't take it as gospel. Do your own research.
I'm not a Google Bob. I'm a Google Nick Shot. Oh dear. So yes. So anyway, Graham, you wanted to mention something tonight about a concentrate that you got this week. That you wanted to if Brent, you're all right. about maple syrup?
Oh yeah, no.
Are you saving
Well,
that? Are you saving
I
it?
tried the maple syrup. It's really really nice. I think I put 1.5 in a custard, and I think it's a little bit too much. I think I need to pull it back a bit because it is that. I put bourbon with it as well, which might be taking the top note up a bit. I might just take the bourbon out, but I've been messing around with it, and it's a really really nice flavor. It's got that oaky taste, and it tastes like
All right.
posh maple syrup.
I wouldn't know. I've had Lions fucking
Yeah,
treacle
but I
sauce,
get
but I
sick.
don't know
I
what
get
what that
tired of
makes
maple syrup very quickly anyway, and I think I prefer the corn syrup.
Right. That is the you can never enter Canada ever again now, Graham. That's it. You're done for.
He says, "Okay, who's got the JD and Coke juice?" Unfortunately, you can do one near, but the Cokes are shit.
No,
Yeah,
the Coca-Cola.
Yeah, but you
Cola SSA is great for JD.
Yeah, but you don't get
Yeah.
that Coca-Cola
It-
taste, is it? It's not
it's all
Coca-Cola.
gonna see. For me, I haven't tried the SSA one, but all of the others that I've tried have all been like supermarket brand. But it depends
Yeah,
on whether.
Coca-Cola.
But some not yeah. Some of them are like the supermarket extra value range. You know, like the 25p bottle of cola, and some of them are the more pricier supermarket, but they're all still supermarket brand. But like I said, I haven't tried the SSA one though.
This just leaves that. It's the best cola I've got. I think I've got over 100 mils of it because I use it
Is,
all the time.
is the SSA cola similar to the Mollenberry American cola?
No.
Right, because I was going to say the American.
Well, that's what I've been told. They're not the same at all. I haven't
Right.
had the other one before. It's got that effervescence once you go to about two. I find 2.2 ideal for it. Once you start pushing it too high to the 2.5 to the 3, that's when it starts getting a little bit roller cola-y.
Right.
Roller cola-y?
The vape train whiskey was really good. Relentless Imagination. If you like your slightly peaty whiskies with quite a nice depth, the vape train one is a really really good whiskey.
But
yeah,
waiting for Nom's whiskey and cream.
That's.
But that'll be like I'm guessing that'll be like a Irish whiskey. What
But yeah, but is it going to be a whiskey and cream, or is it going to be more? Is it going to lean more towards the bourbon?
Yeah, I think the vapes tend to go more to bourbon. The only one which because I went through a load of whiskies and bourbons, and the closest whiskey flavor is the vape train one. It's got that whiskey. It's lighter than the bourbons. I find it, if I describe it as a blonde whiskey, not a dark whiskey.
Right.
That's what I get it anyway in my head. And
Brian just said it, he thinks it's more of a bourbon. If you want a really nice bourbon cream, the Wonder Flavors bourbon aged cream is really nice, and you can always boost that with a little bit of the Flavour Oak Barrel why is it Oak Barrel from Flavour, or is that the vape train one?
I picked up bourbon, didn't I? I got 30 mils of the vape train bourbon.
Hey, so I've got a bourbon cream here, but it's not a vape.
I've got the Lambs and Pepsi.
Oh, I've actually tidied it up.
Lambs rum.
Lambs Navy rum.
Very nice.
Other Sean tried the Infernal's cherry cola, really nice.
It's probably not going to help my headache, Benny, but
Yeah, well, colloquial.
Exactly.
Oh, did you watch Tim's SSA reviews and stuff? He's a bit brutal with his flavour.
Why? What's he had to say about
rating? Well, he's doing a rating, and I was like, that's a bit brutal, isn't it? I think he's being really, really strict with himself, and really get them nailed down into a proper
Martin
rating.
In a way, though, I am. In a way, though, it's good to be brutal and honest than to blow smoke, because otherwise, otherwise after a while, your content just gets stale. If you're giving like 10 out of 10 to everything.
And also, Cassie and Tim don't always agree with things, which makes it amusing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Scuba saying, how's us three lads getting on? They're all right, mate. All right.
Yeah.
Feel
Yeah,
like an
good,
old
thanks,
waffle
Scuba.
better. We're just having a whinge about the budget of taxing that we're going to get done. That's what the start of the show was, just a bit of a whinge. But other than that, yeah, we're all good. All good. Sean's saying, I meant to ask at Expo Bonnet, are there any mixing cheat sheets? There's not really cheat sheets, mate. You could go on, you can sort of got to make... These are a Bible.
Yes,
that
there is.
Liam-
There is
Cheat
cheat
sheets,
sheets,
not-
and it's
not
on
cheat sheets,
DIY.
are there?
Yes,
As a what?
it's on the DIY Mixing Facebook channel.
Yeah, because
They
it's
have
stuff that's been
all the documents.
yeah,
from
it's stuff that's been out for years. Like dragon fruit to boost
Yeah,
strawberries,
to boost it, but that's
cucumber to
yeah.
strawberry stones, and they're all in their documents, so you can just go in and just click on them.
Well, do you want
mean,
to drop a link in then?
as we might forget, we're been mixing. I mean, I've been mixing for 9 years, so I mean, when someone new comes to the community to actually start mixing, they don't necessarily know all these little things.
Yeah, so these, if you want to say cheat sheets, these, you know, like I say, don't forget to drop the guys a like on the stream. Yeah, cheers, mate. Yeah.
If you want to do, if you want to have a nice sour or a nice tartness,
Yeah, good to see you.
you do need to have a little bit of sweetener with it as well, because you need that sweet to actually accent the sour.
Yeah.
Liam, can you find it? I can't find it because I'm not a member of it.
Where are we looking, Graham? Facebook, is it?
The one that Michelle ran.
I'm not logged into Facebook on it. I know. I can copy and paste it from. Yeah, bear with me a sec.
Yeah,
I
but
don't know what.
they have a section, and basically, they've just built documents from years and years and years of different flavor combinations of concentrates and stuff like that. But Wayne's show is quite good.
That's what I was just about to
channel
say.
is quite
Yes.
good.
Yes. You can go onto Wayne's channel and have a watch of him, and you know, go back to watch your old shows. Go back to watch people's older shows. Do you know, like you'll say, if you look at DIY or Dies really early shows, he tells you a lot about stuff like that. You know, so just go back and watch the older shows. He used to do a show with a couple of other lads early on, before Norton started.
I find his best ones, and ones that I learnt from, is things like when he does a sweetener episode, and he will tell you the difference of the sweetener and what the sweetener will do to the liquid.
Yes. Because he used to do one with Skittle Ninja and all that lot, didn't they? They used to do a show that were quite. I used to like that one, to be honest with you. So there's stuff out there, but it's not really cheat sheets. It's just what people know. Do you know what I mean? There's no easy way to say that. You've got to try things. If you wanted to put an apple into a strawberry and see what it tastes like, or put a pineapple with a bloody banana, do you know what I mean? You might get results out of it. These ways of seeing, you know, like I say, you can put in cucumber, might give it a bit of juiciness, you know. You've got to play around with something, because it's all done at your taste buds, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? It's really hard to say. Like, I used to put dragon fruit with strawberry. Never fucking did out.
Well, I'm struggling to find the actual document, because there's loads of really good documents and things on this, Graham.
Well, just put the Facebook group in so people can have
I'll just think
they're still active. I stopped subscribing to them because I was sick and tired of just seeing recipes come up all day, and I was feeling inadequate one day and just went,
Yeah,
I'm in them.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. I do know what you're saying. Is there a way? Because Sean just put in, maybe cheat sheet was wrong way to put it. Yeah, I know what you're saying. Is there a place where you can have a look and say, right, I need to do a banana. What goes well with a banana to make it taste banana-ish? Do you know what I mean? Or what goes well with a strawberry to bring out the brightness in it. I do understand what you're saying. I do get what you're saying. Do you know what I mean? But like I say, like Martin said, I learned to mix from DIY or die, then started selling to people at work. Watch the older shows, because the older shows give you more of an insight. You have a little bit more of a leeway on these, because a lot of flavours that we use now are geared more towards how we vape. Do you know what I mean? So your strawberries, like your ultimate strawberry, is a mixture of strawberries. So you get a bit more of a rounded strawberry on it. Whereas in the older days, you had to put stuff on it. You had to build a stone to get, so you make a cheesecake from scratch. Do you know what I mean? Right. So there you go. It's just...
that's the link to the group. I'm actually in the group because I'm an admin. So...
Yeah, I thought, oh, you're an admin.
I'm an admin, yeah.
I'll take you a while to find that group, see how active you are in there.
Yeah, I'm an admin of about 5 or 6 different groups, and I don't think I'm active in any of them.
Yeah, Brian's saying, I browsed through Flavour West documents. They provide a few recipes. However, it appears a bit of discrepancy between theirs and what's on ELR. See... If you're getting them from a manufacturer who's done a recipe, they may not be vapors, mate. They might just think that that's where 5% is, that's where it needs to be. You're more trusted looking at that flavour on ELR or on the vaping community and see what everybody else is doing. Do you know what I mean? That's my take on it. Troy, and what's your thoughts on Wonder Flavours, natural flavours? Tim's not here, unfortunately, Troy, because they've tried them. There's not much different. From what I can gather, what Tim said was we don't need to buy them. The natural flavours are more for your soda streams and things.
Yeah, I'm sure he said in the last show, week before last, that the natural flavours, while I believe they're okay for vaping, you're not going to get as good a flavour out of them as you will from the flavours for actual vaping. You have to use them at a much higher percentage and everything else. So you're just better off sticking with the flavours that they got for vaping, like their SC range.
Yeah, the Wonder Flavours have said that there's no point us buying. If you've got a strawberry from Wonder Flavours that you've already got and you like, there's no point buying natural flavour because it's not bringing anything else to the table. They've done an natural line more for drinks and for soda streams and things like that.
Yeah, you should be in that group now, Sean.
There you go, Sean. Have a look through there. So, yes, don't waste your money, basically.
Have you still got the link for the Flavour Bible as well, Graham?
Yeah, I'll just pour myself a drink and I'll post it in the chat.
Because I know you got it more handy than I have.
Yeah, Martin just said, biggest advice, experiment, trust me, 50% of your mix will be trash and it's trial and error. It is a lot. You might find one, like Mick did with Posh Vape Dew. Do you know what I mean? That he absolutely loves and he can add different bits to it. You're going to find one that you like and then other one you're going to be like, these are shit. Just persevere.
I will say, as you, I'm actually approving people to get into this group as soon as I recognise your name from here. So even if you haven't answered any of the questions, because I'll know you.
That group's got. It's very active.
They'll be like that. They'll be like that. Who the fuck's letting all these in?
Yeah, Liam hasn't been active for the last 3 years. How come he's improving everybody now?
They'll be like that. They'll be like, how the fuck we suddenly got a full an influx of people joining his Facebook group? Has Graham stopped? Oh, Graham stopped. Screenshot that. That's a right picture.
No, don't screenshot that.
Screenshot it quickly.
Please don't say Hanky was ghosting.
What I will say, Martin.
I've got a picture now.
I know.
What I will say, Martin, is even though as you start out, experiment, 50% of your mixes will be trash, trial and error. As you get more experienced, then your experiments will become more along 90 to 95% success.
Oh, don't be saying it's all stopped here.
Oh, it's all stopped.
No, we're on. We're on.
I'm going to come back in.
Well,
We're
Barry's
def-
saying it's all stopped.
yeah, no, it's on. I've just checked YouTube. Yeah, we're definitely on.
I know Lee's saying rolling.
Yeah.
Hey, lady. Hey, Tim.
It's all right. It's all right.
Yeah, it's the British summertime changes,
Yeah, yeah.
messes everybody up every year.
It was my fault. Sorry, when I had the phone on silent, getting ready for sure at usual time. You guys had the time change. No, yeah, we're an hour, mate. We are an hour
Yeah.
back. We're an hour back. So our
Yeah,
clocks
so-
have gone back. So
Yeah, so for you guys, it'll be an hour early.
so you just till you catch up when I don't know when you change your clocks. So we are an hour earlier. Oh, ours is
Yeah,
next
so-
weekend. So the next one
Yeah.
will be both on the same time. Yeah, so it's fine, mate. It's okay now.
Yeah, so
Graham's is
yeah, so-
fucking.
Can you hear me?
Can hear you, yeah,
yeah.
just can't see you.
Oh, you can hear us now.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm gonna have to I'm gonna reboot the computer back. in
yeah.
a
So
sec.
as I was saying, Martin, the more experience you get, and the more you actually do the mixing, the more
Oh,
you'll
it won't
find
let me reboot. It's on opening this bloody thing up. Let me go. Send me away.
the more you'll find that you'll get like it'll be more like a 90 to 95% success rate because you know your flavors better. It's like
Oh, dear.
at the moment, I could probably pick a handful of flavors. I throw a recipe together. It may not be anything absolutely amazing, but it will be vapable.
Yeah, you get it, yeah. Yeah, if Shaw had been up, we would know exactly, mate. It is. It's just it is. Hey, up in, all right, brother. It is my fault. I just forgot all about putting a show up. So you would have known and looked at it. So it is my fault. Sorry, but it's all right. Not a problem. Not a problem at all, mate. Have a night off. Have a chill and have a night off. You deserve it. You do enough. So, you all right then, Ian?
Yeah,
It was lovely
it's-
to see
it's-
you again.
Especially with Tim had a tree down. Tim had
Had a
a
tree down?
tree come down in the window, I believe it was.
All right.
Just missed the shed, I think, from what I remember from what I saw on Facebook.
He said, so it's good news. He got a car alignment done. So it's fine. Have a
Nice.
chill. Have a night off, mate. Have a night off. You deserve
By
it.
car alignment, does that mean you had somebody come out to your house and make sure that it was actually parked in a straight line in front of your house?
yeah. He's put 2 lines down so he can park straight now. So yeah, like I say, if you had Sean, I don't know if you've done any mixing before, John, or not, but you are gonna get some that are good, some that are crap. It's just trial and error. It
Yeah,
is.
my first foray into e-liquid mixing. I think my first 4 or 5 recipes ended up going down the sink because they were completely unvapable.
Yeah, I have same.
But
Yeah, he's saying
I think-
trio. Go on.
Because there's more information out there now, though,
Yes,
and there's more people willing to help. When I first started, there wasn't that much information out there. I had to try and piece bits and pieces together that I could find, and I ended up going off manufacturers' recommendations, which, going back to the Flavour West one, ended up going off manufacturers' recommendations, which were well out from what
Yeah.
they should have been, and
You see-
it completely ruined my juice.
Yeah, when I did it, so I didn't know anything about it. I bought mine from, I've showed you ones before that I got from eBay, and there was
Yeah.
some from Vapors R Us or something.
Yeah.
And every one of that, so I bought strawberry, banana, and all this, and they were all shit.
Yeah, well, I bought some really recommended flavors. It was from OSDIY. I bought their whiskey cream
Mm.
and their chocolate cake or something like that, or chocolate lava cake or something. And I thought, ooh, whiskey cream and chocolate sounds absolutely delicious. That's going to be really, really nice. And I think I mixed them up at like 15% each.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
it didn't work out well.
Graham, you're still not on, mate.
I know I can't let some things
Yes.
happen with the camera. I just got a
Go-
USB error. Back in again. I'm just going. Bye.
Right.
It won't
Going-
close.
Going back to the Flavor West question from earlier, where you said that the recipes on the Flavor West site were different to the e-liquid recipes one. I don't know whether that might be where Flavor West are actually primarily a candy flavor company, and they don't really want to be associated with vaping.
Maybe so. Maybe so.
I'm wondering whether those were more candy recipes.
Yeah. Oh, we've got 2 grams.
You know, mix these flavors together for a delicious candy as opposed to
Yeah.
an e-liquid.
We've got 2 grams and we can't see either of them. How many grams can we get in here?
That sounds like a big job, Tim.
It does. And he missed it by about 20 foot and hit the barn. So that's nearly hit the barn. Took a little bit off. Yeah. So that
Plus,
like say
I've just got this image of Cassie in the doorway, just shouting at him while he's working on his car in the yard. I don't know why.
yeah, yeah. But I says, Benny, I think what throws me off is trying to gauge what overall percentage should be around. Right, so the rule of the thumb originally was 20%, wasn't it? It was always 20%.
Yeah.
This is why you'll see flavour. That's why you'll see a lot of shots. You know, when you get the one shots, say mix at 25%, mix at 20%.
I think the one shots are different because
you
I
reckon?
believe they do mix at 20%, mix at 25% because it's easier to work out.
Right.
Yeah, because
I never
if
mix
you
it
got
out anyway.
yeah, because if you got a 20% one shot, you know that if you got 30 mil of that, you'll be able to get X amount of juice out of it, no problem at all.
Oh, is that what you reckon to do it for?
It's
Right.
just to make mixing easier. So you can just get that 30 mil one shot, dump it into a bottle, and then you can just put the amount of PG they recommend and then just top it with VG. It just makes it easier. It just makes mixing so much more simple.
Oh, I didn't realise they'd do it like that. But
Yeah.
as for overall, like I say, originally, everybody said we're aiming for 20%. That's what they said you want. Your magic number was 20%, wasn't it, originally?
Yeah, that was back in the days of the clearomizers when you had to push up all the flavors to that percentage to be able to taste them. So it was like a 20% minimum. So a lot of recipes would be 20 to 30% flavor. You don't need that now because of the equipment we got. Don't get yourself hung up on what the overall percentage should be. The main thing to focus on is just the individual percentage of each flavor you're using.
Yes.
If the recipe ends up at 5%, it ends up at 5%. If it ends up at 25%, it ends up at 25%. All that matters is that recipe tastes balanced to you, how you wanted it to taste in your mind. And if it tastes delicious, that's all you need. That's all you need to concentrate on.
Yeah.
Forget the overall mixing percentage.
Yeah. Yeah, don't worry about it. The gone of the year, like I say, originally it was that people used to say you want to be aiming for 20%. They did used to say aim for 20% and you can't go wrong.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean?
That was the clearomizer days when the flavor was terrible off and you had to have that overly saturated flavor to be able to taste it in the first place.
Yeah, and that's what it was. So now, like everybody's saying, just don't get het up on what it's supposed to be. So, like Tim says, you know, you can mix at 6 to 8%, even sometimes as low as 3%.
Yeah, I think I've got recipes at 5%, and I got recipes at around about 20%.
Yeah.
I think I got one that tips just over 20%.
Yeah,
And they all taste nice. It's just how you're vaping as well, because if you're vaping mouth to lung, you might need that little bit more flavor to be able to taste it. Not as much as in the clearomizer days. If you're using older flavors like Flavor West, TFA, Capella, you might need a little bit more percentage.
yeah,
But if you're using an RDA or a sub-ohm or an RTA, then you can get away with slightly lower flavors. But
Yeah.
like I said, forget the overall percentage. It's what each flavor is individually. That's what you need to concentrate on.
Yeah. And like Barry said, Wayne said it doesn't matter as long as you achieve what you want. But it
Yes.
doesn't. As long as
Yeah.
you think it tastes nice,
And-
it's what you think it
Yeah,
tastes
and-
nice.
Yeah, and if you decide to publish the recipe, ignore any negative comments unless they're being constructive. If
Yes.
people are giving you constructive criticism in a nice way, then you can by all means take that on board. But if people are just turning around and saying this is shit, or I would have done this, I would have done that, you can
Yeah.
pretty much ignore them. If it tastes nice to you, that is all that matters.
Yeah, exactly. So you're not selling it, you're not marketing it, you're doing it for your own
Yeah.
thing. So if you think that something tastes nice, then it might taste absolutely. I might hate it.
And again, just because there is that little make public button on ELR or whatever calculator you're using,
You don't have to
doesn't
use
mean
it.
doesn't mean to say you have to make it
No.
public. You can keep everything private.
Yeah. And like Martin's saying, just remember that he says also a tip when you first DIY, if you use commercial, use 1 to 1.5% sweetener. That
Yeah,
is a
and then
big thing.
And then bring
And
it
then
down,
bring it down
as
if
you
you
keep
want to bring
mixing.
it down. Yeah. And
Yeah.
Sean, he says, I learned that I need scales with more than 1 decimal point. You need the biggest thing you need on them is
At least 2 decimal points.
2 decimal points, and so it needs to go down to 0.01. That's what it needs to go down to.
Yeah.
And you need a tar button or tear. I call it tar.
Yes.
Someone point out this tear. Tare.
Yeah, it's tartar. Whatever. Everybody
Yeah.
knows what we're saying. The other thing is as well that I personally like on my scales, especially when you're first starting out mixing. This will be very useful for you. Is to be able to switch that timeout off, because some of them have quite a short timeout. So by timeout, I mean you've got your scales, you've tarred them, you tear them, whatever one you call it. So it's sat there. You're looking around for your juice. You pour your one in, like 1.3, and it goes. You turn around, and then all of a sudden your scales switch off.
Do you know what I do? I tap it. I keep tapping
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, you can either keep tapping it or
Just
look
keep
for
tapping it. You're back. You're back.
look
So
for the option of
that's
switching
what
it
you're
off.
looking for, Sean, is let that come down, retard it, get it back to 0. Oh, he's gone all fucking Pete Tongers this now. We're
Oh.
messing around with it.
Bloody stupid computers.
And
There.
also
So that's
when
what-
you're looking at
don't like being
scales, when you're looking at scales as well, look at the amount you can mix. Because if you're a person that's going to want to mix, say 500 ml, if you're someone that wants to mix 500 ml or something, look for a scale that will at least do 500 grams.
Yeah.
Because yes, they may weigh 580, 590 grams if you got a 250 gram scale, but eventually it will knock out the calibration.
Yeah. Lee's just put in, do a 3-2-1 mix. You'll see how the flavour sits. Reverse it, see how it changes. That's how I started.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
So,
The
Apart from
other
the number
thing-
2, which stays the same.
other thing that I used to encourage people to do was
remember that?
3, 2, 1.
the other thing that I used to encourage people to do if they like my recipes was mess around with my recipes.
God, yeah.
Change the percentage on something, but only do one change at a time, just so that you can see what that change does. Push the
Well, Sean-
percentage up on one, drop the percentage down,
Yeah.
take it out completely.
What's your name on ELR, Sean? And we'll have a look. He likes it. He said, my first favorite ELR, I like the flavour as it's for me, but I need to work on it. It's a bit tart.
If you like it, that's all that matters.
Bring it up. Let's have a drop it in chat. He can't because he's not a thing. But what's your name on? Is it Other Sean?
Yeah, just I think he's down as Other Sean, isn't he?
Other Sean. We'll
I'm
have a quick peek.
I'm sure Sean has mentioned the recipe on here before.
Yeah, Other Sean. Other Sean.
Oh, okay, I'll see if I can
Neil's put
find
ELI
it.
is a great site. Enter all your flavours and it'll give you a recipe to mix and you can adapt it to your liking.
I still think ELR is the easiest one to use. It's just maybe because you're just used to it.
I think that's what it is. VC is a good calculator.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's interesting. I just realised my S button isn't working on my keyboard.
Oh.
I need a new keyboard. Crap. There we go. Finally got it working.
It's because you've been using
yes,
it too much.
the Caribbean Cola. Right, so I've got that up, and I will do a quick share screen on it now. And we'll run through Sean's recipe. Okay, so it's apple Caribbean Cola. So it's 3.5% SSA Cola, 0.5% of Nom's Cucumber, 2.5% cap double apple, 2% cap dragon fruit, 1.5% Inawera pear, and 2.5% cap sweet lychee. My first DIY flavour, I'm attempting to make and update the soft drink of the same name. Brand is KA.
Oh yeah.
Tropical flavour without pineapple. I'm thinking maybe dragon fruit. It's not something I drink a lot. Added apple and pear to hopefully complement the lychee. What you might find,
It says a bit tart.
yeah, the tartness on that, I'm wondering whether it's the cap double apple. Maybe try dropping down the double apple to say 2%, and then give it a try again. But like I said, when you're tweaking your recipes, just adjust one thing at a time, because if you adjust too many things,
You don't know
it's
what's
hard.
affected it.
Yeah, it's hard to pinpoint what that change has made.
Yeah.
I always relate it to, remember the old game Mastermind? When you put the 5 colours in and then you go 2 in the right place and one the thing, and then you just change the one out. Just keep on. It feels like a game of Mastermind sometimes when you're trying to perfect a recipe. That's not right. I'll have to change that one. Or is it that one? I make the mistake of changing 2 or 3 because I really wish I never did it. There was one which I was doing with passion fruit. I can't remember what it was, but I was convinced it was a passion fruit, which was giving me this off taste. But I took the passion fruit out and changed something else and everything like that. And about 2 months down the line, I went, I wonder if it's this one, just take that out.
Yeah.
And it was just like, oh.
Yeah, I've done it where I've adjusted this one down, I've adjusted this one up, and it tastes like a completely different recipe, but you have no idea what has done what
to it. Exactly. Yeah. So you are right. Just change. So, like I say, drop the apple down. If it's too tart, it could, like I say, it could be the apple.
If the apple doesn't do it, in your next mix, put the apple back to the same percentage. Drop one of the other flavors down, like say for example lychee or whatever. Drop that down, but
I'll take the dragon fruit, take one out totally, and see what it does.
I made this mistake. I've just made a custard with the maple syrup in and added bourbon in and hazelnut spread. I put too much in to begin with, and there's something not right with it. And I think it's the maple syrup too high, but it could be the bourbon interacting with the maple syrup. It could be this, and I really wish I just start with the 3 and then just add an extra one on top, then an extra one on top.
You got the right idea there, Sean, with mixing some single concentrates and tasting them. It's a great way of doing it, but don't go overboard like I did, because otherwise you will end up burning yourself out.
Yeah. Yes.
Single flavor testing is invaluable. You can go off everybody else's notes, but nobody has your taste buds.
No, that's it. And you will. 1984 knocking on the door. Yeah, it is, Arnie. It's 1984. Believe me. Believe me.
I just got a load of 30 ml bottles in, and I stuck to make one flavour a night, and just kept them stacked up, and that just gave me so much to vape as well.
He added pear thinking it would soften the apple.
Pear does add a little. It does add a sweetness. Pear is useful in low amounts as a sweetener. I can see what you were thinking.
A pear, isn't it?
Yeah, I
Pear's the best for the sweetener thing and softening things.
A lot of the other pears are very delicate and just end up getting completely stomped on by the mix.
It's helped the aged, mate.
Oh, cheers, Hanky. I'm not being classed as an OAP. Woohoo!
I mean, it was his birthday yesterday. He's older than everyone.
Happy birthday, Hanky.
Happy birthday.
For yesterday.
He said, Tim saying, remember that when the song 1999 by Prince was in the future? Benny remembers, yeah. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Hanky. You smell like poo.
No, I'm pretty sure he would have liked it as if you did it in the Marilyn Monroe style, you know.
Happy
birthday, Hanky. And I ain't going to do any more because otherwise it'll freak everybody out, including myself.
Yeah. Yeah, you including yourself in that, Mr. Bombastic. Oh, I haven't seen him yet, but BVG has a thingy tomorrow. He says, stop, boner alert. So, yeah, sure, just have a play, like I say, play around with it, do some single flavours testing if you want. There's a lot of resources out there on ELR that'll give you a starting point on most of the flavours anyway.
Yeah, and I can see you thinking with pear softening the apple as well. Like I said before, you're the only person with your taste buds. If that pear does soften the apple for you, ignore. If anyone turns around and says, "Oh, pear doesn't soften apple," no, that pear doesn't soften apple for them.
Yes.
If it softens it for you, it softens it for you.
And this is where sometimes when you think it works and it doesn't, it's because they don't play together. Sometimes a flavour just doesn't play well with another flavour.
You can have a look at flavour wheels online. There's flavour wheels. So if you've got a strawberry, it will tell you what's strawberry. I've got something similar. I'll just go get it.
And one of the other traps you can fall into, and a lot of new mixers fall into this trap, I was guilty of doing it myself, is overcomplicated recipes. Yes. So you'll look at a recipe and say, I don't know, I want a chocolate cake with cream. Then
I got myself that.
Nice. And you end up having 3 chocolate cakes, 4 creams, because you read that this cream is layered with this cream is great, then layer it with this cream, which is brilliant, then this chocolate layered with this chocolate layered with this chocolate is great. So in the end, you end up with like 12 or 14 different flavors in your mix. It might taste absolutely fantastic, but you may be able to take 4 or 5 of those flavors out.
And it still says same.
And not notice any difference at all.
Yeah. Happy anniversary for tomorrow, Tim.
Happy anniversary.
But all this, I bought this and it's got all the different flavour pairings and stuff like that. I could have just gone to a flavour wheel online. Just as
hey Nick,
yeah,
getting that.
Yeah, Barry says the device you are using plays a big part in the flavour. I find different devices make change to the flavour. Yeah, they do. Yeah, it depends what is you using it as well.
Yep.
Do you know what the other thing I use a hell of a lot to pair flavours? Google autocomplete.
Yeah, the one I used to use it was a bakery site, I think it was. But if you want to pair flavours, if you just type in licorice and cola, if it pairs well, you'll get loads of sites popping up telling you that licorice and cola work well.
I would
Yeah.
do licorice and space, and then it will give
See
you
what it
everything,
brings up.
all
Yeah.
the most popular pairings at the top.
Yeah.
And then you can go to kind of like the pictures and look at the recipes are up, and you can get some really, really good ideas.
Yeah. Brian's saying, is there a limit of flavours recommended, or do you get to a point of over flavouring? Yes, you can over flavour something. You can do that. You can definitely do over flavouring. You can get it to where there's more. The flavours in it aren't doing anything with anything else. But if you, because what used to annoy me is when you used to see people do them and they put 0.1 of a percentage in something, and you're like, what the fucking hell is that doing? It's going to be doing fuck all.
It used to get to me as well. I could understand if it was a really strong flavour, like rich cinnamon or something like that. But it would be like 0.1 of a random cream.
Yeah. I'm going to make a cream up. I'm going to put some Capella ice cream in there, but then I'm going to put some Inawera ice cream at 0.02. What the fucking hell is that doing to it?
Sometimes I wonder, because I know sometimes you'll see really odd percentage recipes. Yeah, I've got a habit of I'll do like 0.25, 0.5, 0.75, 1.
Yeah.
But occasionally you'll get people that will overdrip. So you'll end up with 1.06 because they've literally just been completely accurate, which is perfectly fine for them. That's not a problem at all. But I'm wondering whether some of these 0.02 of Inawera ice cream is literally someone's just gone ice cream. Oh shit, that's the wrong one.
It's the wrong one. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Caught it just before.
Yeah. So yeah, there's not a limit. You can put as many flavours as you want in there, as long as it tastes. 72 strawberries for one.
I always find the simpler recipes the better ones. I every time I try to get overly complicated and start using too many layers, I start losing the profile that I was actually after.
Yeah, when I mix now, as I said, if you look through my ELR, I'm pretty sure I've still got recipes on there that are like 14, 15 flavors.
Yes, but we had to do that at one point.
Yeah, but it's fine when you're mixing for yourself. But after I got experienced, and it was like I'd look back at my old recipes and I go, no one's fucking mixing that. It's 14 or 15 flavors. If I see a 14 or 15 flavor recipe,
just jump it on.
I ain't mixing it because I just can't be asked getting 14 or 15 flavors out.
But the thing about it is, at one point, you had to do really long flavors. You had to add a load of flavors. Because if you wanted a decent cheesecake, then you couldn't get it out of one concentrate. Whereas now you can get concentrates that have took out, this is where stones come in. So like you layered to make that. So you'd have a base, then you'd have the cheesecake, then you'd have another cheesecake to bring that cheesecake forward, then you'd have the strawberry with something else on top to make that, and then by the time you finish, you've got 10 flavours just to make one fucking...
4 layers of the base, 5 layers of the fruit, 6 layers.
Yeah.
Or if you're pug, so you'll just miss out the base.
Do you know what I mean? Just to make that one cheap. Whereas now you have got flavours now that have bypassed all that because you can get just a good in one concentrate that takes all that extra bit out that you're wanting. So usually from whatever you're thinking, like say if you're cheesecake, you don't have to make a 50 million recipe for one cheesecake. No, you've already got bases out there that are already doing it.
It's so simple to get carried away and get very overcomplicated with your recipes. And you will end up saving yourself a little bit of money as well as a little bit of time if you try and bring those down a little bit, try and break it down. But again, when you're first starting out, it's difficult to do. The more experience you get, the easier it will become to actually start bringing those flavors down because you start figuring out what each flavor brings.
When you try it for the first time, you're excited.
Yes.
you're really having fun. You're like, what if I put this in here?
Yes. It's
Yeah.
like getting your first chemistry
Then you
set
just
when you
sit
were
there
a
and
kid.
scratch your head and
But
wonder why it's
uh,
not working.
but again, even though everything we just said, again, if you've got a 20 flavor recipe and you really enjoy that recipe, there's nothing stopping you from mixing it.
No. And as John's saying, yeah, I think in my head, I'm assuming concentrates are like the real thing, if that makes sense. Yeah, that's what you've got to sort of think, that they're not real.
So,
Do you know what I mean?
uh,
So some of the
Don't
flavours you
curdle.
think, yeah,
They
and they
also
don't
don't
taste,
curdle.
and sometimes they don't even taste like what they say on the fucking bottle.
right,
Do you know
so
what I mean?
at the show on the most complex and recent flavor that you have mixed, um, for me, the latest, pretty much everything I'm mixing at the moment is like 4 or 5 flavors. My last complex recipe was probably Cocomel Supreme, which is my caramel uh, caramel coconut cheesecake. I think that caramel coconut milkshake, which I think that was the last complex mix that I actually did for myself now, because I'm not really releasing recipes much at the moment, because I got myself a little bit burned out with all the flavor testing and everything I did. I'm pretty much just mixing for myself,
Yeah,
and I'm doing like 4 or 5 flavors.
yeah. I haven't done one for a while, to be honest with you. I think my last one that I did was that RY4, which were like some RY4 doubles, some vanillas in there, and that was it. There's only about
Yeah,
4 flavours in there.
I'm still messing around with that banana nut bread
Mhm.
that I mixed up a couple of weeks ago. I'm still messing around with percentages on that. I'm enjoying every single version that I'm doing. I'm just playing around with it a little bit now,
Yeah.
just to see whether I can bring that coat, whether I can bring that caramel out more, or the banana nut bread out more, and just balancing.
I've just seemed to move over to custards in the last 2 weeks.
Well,
Custard and
N-
some
Yeah,
toffee or something like that.
Nev's put in there. He says
Yeah, he was telling me about
black
that
pepper
today.
custard is where it's at. I tasted that. It does. It's all right actually. I wouldn't say I'd vape it all day, but it does taste. You get the custard, and then you get a little black pepper at the back of it. It's
yeah.
like,
His secret is expired nicotine.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah. He's got it off at Lucky Lucky Man. Yeah, Barry's saying I won't mix a recipe with more than 5 or 6 flavours.
Yeah, as soon as I start going over when I hit 5, I'm okay. But once I start hitting 6, I'm thinking, do I really need that?
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, it does hanky. It grows from around about 3 to 7 flavors in a recipe.
yeah, yeah. See, pepper mask off the Nick. Yeah, honestly, he let me taste it. Try this. I said, "What's that?" I said, "Oh, it's pepper, pepper custard,"
Yeah,
and it did taste of custard when I with a bit of pepper in it. Well, like that's
yeah.
bizarre.
You can get inspiration from real food stuff. It's like strawberry and black pepper is supposed to be absolutely fantastic,
Strawberry.
because the black pepper really brings out the sweetness of the strawberries.
Les did one. Les did strawberry black pepper. I didn't particularly like it. I thought the pepper were too strong myself. But he
Yeah,
did a pepper and strawberry.
yeah. So because I know FA do a black pepper concentrate, don't they?
Yep.
So which I'm pretty sure is safe for vaping, but double check it before you buy it, just in case.
I think it's probably quite hard to get hold of that one.
Yeah,
Yeah, Stuart's just saying, I've had to start my mixing from scratch. Now I know my palate doesn't pick up vanillas and creams. Mine don't pick up
yeah.
creams, vanillas and custards. Mine don't pick up cream. I don't always pick up cream.
Yeah, we know, Benny.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
It's a true fact. I get
yeah.
a taste. I get a taste, but I couldn't tell you if it's cream. I couldn't tell you if it's whipped cream, normal cream, or cream. I get a taste.
Yeah.
But I can't tell you if it's. I won't tell you if it's a load of cream in there. I just get a taste. Like this one, I can tell you it's got strawberry, and I can tell you it's got a taste, but I can't tell you it's 100% a cream because I don't taste cream.
But again, that's the beauty of mixing for yourself. You know, it's like Graham can't really taste strawberries.
And some
So
berries, some some berries
Yeah,
go
so
up.
he's constantly looking for a strawberry that he can taste. I mean,
No, I've given up.
all right.
After that fiesta on the show the other day, when I got really excited about I could taste strawberries again, nope.
It's like I know I can't taste grapes. I can't taste grapes. They never taste like grape to me. I may hit upon a grape at some point that I can taste, in which case I will be mixing up grape recipes. But somebody else might taste that and not like it at all, or not think it's a grape. That's the beauty of mixing for yourself. You can tailor each each recipe for yourself.
Yeah.
I remember when I was first trying pie bases out, I found one pie base which didn't taste like it had coconut in.
Yeah.
Because I was just getting coconut from all these pie bases, and I said, oh, why am I getting coconut from pie bases? That I found, I think it was the Flavour West one, which is a slightly overcooked one. And then I discovered the apple pie, FA's apple pie.
See, I got called out by Pippa because whenever I would release a pie or a tart or anything like that, I would always use FA apple pie as the base, because the FA apple pie was the best one for me.
And for me, it's that perfect brown pie base.
Yeah, that's exactly what I used to get from it. I never got any of the apple from it, and if I used it low enough, if I used it high enough, I'd get some of that apple coming through. But if I used it low enough, I wouldn't get any of the apple bleeding through. So I would always use, I think it was FA apple pie and FA cookie to actually create my bases.
What is it? CJ's just put in creams. Creams are mostly light and just thickness. Brian can't taste lychee at all. Stuart's just put in, do you lychees have a taste? Let's put, who's Pippa? DIY Down Under. It's not the Saturday show, mate.
How many of you walk around the shops reading the flavour of food packets? Well, I released an Oasis based on the Oasis drink, and that was literally from reading the ingredients on the back of the Oasis drink and breaking down what I thought would actually make an Oasis drink.
Yeah.
You know, if you look at my recipe, I've actually got carrot in there because they had carrot on their ingredient list. I know carrot is normally a colouring, but that carrot in the actual recipe itself brought a little bit of that authenticity to the flavour, for me at least.
Yeah.
It was like me when trying to make the perfect Coca-Cola. You know, I got the recipe.
Got the recipe up, yeah.
And I'm like that going, well, it's taken me a year to finally find a tarragon concentrate. Now I've got tarragon. Yeah, oh my God, it tastes of curry. And it didn't matter what I started at 0.2% as well, and it just Coca-Cola curry. It's like worst thing I did yesterday. Do you know, like I had chipsticks, and I wasn't, and I thought I'll have some vinegar on my chipsticks, and reached across, grabbed the bottle, and went like that. And I was just looking down and go, "Is that the right bottle?" Blackcurrant.
Oh no, we had a vinegar bottle here. We had a vinegar bottle here that kept tripping me up all the time. You know, normally you unscrew it, you've got that little spot that you just squeeze. This one didn't come with one. And I just went, you know, I fancy some vinegar on my chips. I just opened it up without thinking and just went, ah.
So Stuart's putting.
And Cassie's recommending cocoa milk, SSA.
Right, so,
she's going out there recommending a chocolate to everyone.
Yeah, exactly.
Out on the limb.
Is that cocoa milk SSA a hot chocolate?
Don't know.
Or is it more like a malted sort of milk?
Just milk and chocolate. Could be a milkshake.
Finding a good. I struggle to find a good mango.
Yeah, Stuart's saying best apple that he's found is VTA Fuji apple.
Yeah, VTA Fuji apple is beautiful.
Tim's saying advocate saying that Nom Nom's green apple is a beautiful double apple flavour. Sean's not going to go any more than 5 flavourings now. We've told him. Mate, use whatever. Use as many as you want. Don't stick to it.
Yeah, use as many as you want, Sean. But
With it.
I'm just saying, don't overcomplicate. But if you do end up overcomplicating every now and again, it's okay. It's for you.
What's with all that? Because I've got to earn some dollar nevs. Do you know what I mean? Fuck me.
And you'll be amazed at what shit you'll vape because you made it yourself as well. Because you're like that, and I'm not wasting those concentrates.
Oh no. That is called a hate vape, Graham.
Yeah.
And I used to hate vape all the time, trying to figure out where I went wrong.
No, I just vape to get rid of it.
No, see, I believe it made me a better mixer, but that is just but that is literally just me. I would sit there and I would hate the shit out of what I was vaping, but it would be like, hang on, maybe I use this too high, maybe I use that too high. If I drop this down, sometimes it would work. Other times, no matter what I tried, it would still be shit.
Yeah, so it is like an hot chocolate. It's like a malt. It says it's like a hot chocolate mixed with heavy milk.
Nice.
Kaz is saying, I don't know, Liam. I guess you have to watch the video. Yes, if you didn't know, go over to Tim's channel. They did do the new, is it SSA ones they've done? They've got FA ones coming up. So they've done the Wonder Flavours. They've done the Wonder Flavours, haven't they?
Yeah.
Yes.
Wonder
So they've
Flavours.
done the
and
Wonder
then
Flavours. They've done SSA and FA next week. So go over there, check it out if you are wondering what the new flavours are like. I know someone asked early on about the natural flavours. You will find them on there. He did them last week on the Wonder Flavour ones. So if you want to get a perspective on the new flavours, check them out.
Even when they're not on the show, they're shilly.
Yeah.
They're shilly.
Yeah.
They're shilly. No, I do love you guys, but quit with the shilly.
Yeah. FLV coming soon as well. So
Nice.
So yes. Right. We are coming up. In fact, we'll give you a bit of overtime tonight, seeing as we didn't put the show on. So we will go around and say our goodbyes. We will start with Liam.
Hi, thanks everybody. Like I say, week in, week out, because it's true. You've all been great in chat.
Stars.
Stars.
Without any of your questions and all of the other interaction that we get, there wouldn't be as much of a show. It's great fun every single week. And pop over to Vape Gems for all of your e-liquid needs. And I'll pass you over to Graham.
I'm having a sale. Go to Vape Gems. I'll pass it to Benny.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much for joining us tonight. Sorry the show wasn't up for everybody who was looking out for it. And sorry that I didn't. We'd gone forward back. So if you are in, we should be all back on to the same time after either this weekend or next weekend, whenever it is that America goes back, as well as our clocks have gone back. So do go over to Tim's YouTube channel and check out all the new flavours that he's been trying with Cassie and get their opinions on them and see what new stuff that he's been bringing out. Follow Liam on ALR for all his recipes if you want to try some of his recipes. Anki, why is he fucking doing it? You know we're not even off. You know we're not even off.
It's 70s,
Every
Hanky.
fucking week.
Hanky,
Hanky,
I found a special discount voucher for you just in my pocket. Here it is.
So go over and follow Liam on ALR and check out his flavours. Go over and you'll also find Tim on there and Cassie and also Graham. Go over to Vape Gems and he's got a sale on. Check out his sale site. You will find some proper British manufactured e-liquids on there.
£10.45 with 2 Nick shots.
There you go. You do get a takeout bottle and 2 Nick shots. Go out and check them out. See what you'll think. Do help a brother out if you want to buy some e-liquids from him. Don't go over and see Hanky because he only turns up late on the show. Do you know what I mean? Sneaks in, right at the end.
Um,
So welcome, Anki. Bye, Anki. You will find us here again, same time
impatient.
next week.
just to
He's got some
answer,
filters on, hasn't he? He's got that smoothing filter on.
just to answer next question
No-
about
no
what's
filler.
that pork scratching, it's Kermit the Frog's STD.
Yeah. So you will find us here same time, same place next week. Don't forget to go over to the Facebook group Monkey on Juice as well. Or where's the other one you want him to go now? I don't
The
know.
DIY, the DIY.
Beginners DIY.
Beginners
Yeah,
DIY.
go-
If you wanna
go
join
there.
that as well.
Go there so we don't have to talk to you.
Yeah. And we'll see you again same time, same place next week. Good night.
Bye.
Bye all.
Bye.